everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becca and we are at my greenhouse because we are doing the first episode of my new series, Greenhouse Chores. So obviously we know that whenever I do my stuff inside, those are my plant chores. But now I have this new space and all of the new tasks and things that need to get done out here. So welcome to Greenhouse Chores. Today we are going to be just doing some more cosmetic things. I have this seating area right here, which I'm really excited about. I really want to build up this back wall in a cool way. I don't know exactly what, I don't know exactly what I want to do with it, but I'm thinking of doing another iteration of the green wall. I might actually put another tool rack right here so that it's even on both sides, because there's two panels of tool racks over there, and I think maybe I should do two panels of tool racks over here. The only thing is I don't know what I would put on it. Like, I don't know. I'm sure I would find things to hang on it, but I guess just for like, in the interest of symmetry, that's what I was thinking. But anyway, I have a plan today to actually paint this furniture, and I'm going to be painting it the same green color that I painted the wall and my door, just to like bring in the cohesion. And also I have the paint, so I might as well use it. I think I have like half a gallon left. I did bring out my sander to do like a little bit of sanding, just to smooth them out. I don't think it's gonna need a ton, but yeah, just to get a nice clean surface for painting. And also I'm using a new microphone. I don't know if you guys noticed in my last video, the sound quality was not great because I dropped my camera and it broke my mic basically. So we're trying out these so that I can stand on the other side of the greenhouse and not have to scream. Honestly, I'm really excited. Oh, okay. But before we get into painting, I did want to show you guys my new pieces from the pottery session that I did. So I have a couple weeks left and I'm going to start doing some hand building stuff now because, you know, I think I've realized that the wheel might not be for me. It's really, really hard. It's fun, but it is so hard. But anyway, these are the three pieces so far. I have one other piece that I have thrown successfully, so I'll come out of this session with 4 pieces. They're not incredible by any means, but it's something. So, okay, this is the first piece, and it has an attached saucer, and I actually threw this saucer separately and then attached them together, which I don't think is how you're supposed to do it. I actually saw a video of people throwing the saucer and the pot like at the same time. My mind was blown. And anyway, so that's this one. I just did a plain white glaze. This one I went for a stripe. I thought it was cute. The shape of the pot is extremely wonky. You can see it wasn't centered basically when I threw it, and it's so hard to center. A lot of my stuff is not centered. Actually, none of it is. There's a bunch of tiny little bugs. I guess they came from the bench top over there. Anyway, this is the most wonky pot. Like the glaze is very wonky too, but I still think it's cute. Like honestly, when this is sitting on a shelf, you're not going to be thinking about that. But I threw all of these with my Hoya in mind, so I'm going to do a little bit of that. They're definitely all usable. Whether or not they look professionally made remains to be seen, but they are usable and I'm excited to use them. But I'm also excited to do some slab building. I actually just made some garden tags because I honestly grow a lot of the same stuff every year. So I just made like with stamps. Anyway, I've inserted a photo, I'm sure. But yeah, I finished that today and I will just wait for them to dry. And then actually my studio is pretty quick at firing stuff, which is awesome. So hopefully I'll be able to show you those really soon when they're complete. Okay, enough chit chat. Let's get to painting. so I am walking out to the greenhouse right now because it's, oh shoot, I almost forgot. I'm going to be installing a little water feature thing, and I really hope to put like fish in a little DIY fountain. I saw someone post a long time ago online about how they had a little fountain that they made out of a planter, and I have this big barrel planter that I emptied, and I actually, like 20 cicadas just popped out at me. Gross. So I ordered like a little fountain pump. I'm gonna put it in the greenhouse and we'll see how it goes. I kind of would like to have a bigger one, but I'm gonna try this little one first. I just finished painting the second coat of the green paint on the patio chairs. It needed 2 coats. And honestly, I feel like I should have primed it because the paint didn't really stick very well to the old paint. I don't know, we'll see how it dries. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath because there's a little bit of an incline to get up to the greenhouse and it sneaks up on you. Basically everybody who's ever walked up here was like, oh yeah, it does sneak up on you. Anyway, so I had the original plan to put this on top of the like coffee tables for the seating set. And I think that I still like that, but like once I fill it with water and stuff, it's gonna be really hard to undo that. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm like kind of torn. But if I didn't do that, I'd have to like build a stand for it, which I also don't really want to do because I'd have to like stain it. Anyway, it's just lots of steps. So there's a plug right here that the unit needs to be plugged into. So I was thinking about just like snaking the cord here and then down. And I bought like a cord cover thing as well, a paintable cord cover. So if I can get it to just be not that noticeable, that would be great. I also thought about getting a solar fountain situation, but if I'm going to put real fish in it, I want there to be like constant airflow no matter the solar situation, because you know sometimes I've used solar stuff in the past like in a shady-ish area and it's really hit or miss whether it's on or not. This is also my first time ever doing something like this, and I feel like it's such a fun way to add a little bit of interest and a little bit of like the sound of water is really pleasant. And I really haven't put any fountains or anything like that in my home. And it's something that I've wanted to do, but you know what is a really annoying barrier with fountains is power. And again, the solar thing, but like the pump and all of that, usually you want to plug it in. And there's not a lot of exterior power at my house for some reason. So it's just been a little bit annoying to figure out. Here's the pump. It looks extremely easy to use. That's what I was going for, was simple. So this is the actual mechanism, and it came with different attachments to like change what the water would look like as it's coming out. Yeah, like that's not a very long cord. I feel like I'm gonna have to get or use an extension cord, which actually might be good because if I could use a white extension cord, I don't even need this. I have this white extension cord. It's way longer than I would need, but it'll be good for now while I'm just getting all of this situated and like figuring out what I want to do. Another one of the things that really inspired me to do this was these ceramic koi that have cicada wings, gross, plastered to them. I saw these ceramic koi at my local garden center and I was like, I need that. So I got them and one of them broke. And I'm considering fixing it, but I also asked a friend who was going up to Vintage Hill to get me a new one. I'm gonna go clean this tub out really quick because it stinks, so BRB. I hate to report that the hole that I tried to plug in this thing actually is not plugged. I don't really know how to plug it because I used caulk and it didn't work. I might have to go get a new pot, which I really didn't want to do. I need to do some problem solving for how to cover the hole again. I almost wish that the person didn't drill a hole. I got this from an estate sale like a couple years ago, and it's annoying that they drilled a hole in it because it's literally the tiniest hole in the world and it serves basically no function for like putting plants in it. the pot was always getting waterlogged, so that's why I thought it didn't have drainage. And then I took everything out and was like, oh, it has literally the tiniest hole in the world. I was really excited about this, honestly. I thought I had it in the bag, but I do not have it in the bag. The bag is nowhere to be found. It's been a few hours and I took a little break, and now it's been raining. And I really hope that it didn't ruin the furniture that I just painted. I think it would have been dry by now, but I'm honestly scared to look. Anyway, I'm going out right now because I need to get a few things for other stuff, but I'm also going to go to Sam's Club because I want to get some food items. But also Sam's Club has some big planters that I don't think have holes in them. And they were pretty cheap, like maybe 20 bucks. So fingers crossed they are still there, because I don't really know how I'm going to figure out how to put more holes in this one plant, or how I'm going to plug up the holes, the singular hole in this planter, without it just costing me a lot of mental energy. So I'm going to just once again use it for plants and put soil in it and put it somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. Okay, before we continue on, this video is sponsored by Upside, which is lucky for me because I actually need to get gas right now and I'm going to use my Upside app. Upside is a free app that helps you earn cash back on purchases you're already making, like gas, groceries, restaurants, etc. There's a few grocery stores in town that I really love going to that have Upside, and I'm usually able to get a good amount of money back from that. The difference with Upside is it is actually real cash back. There's no like weird payouts or anything like that. You can literally cash it out to your bank account, or you can put it on a gift card to somewhere that you already want to go, or maybe somebody's birthday is coming up and you can give them a gift card. I don't know, whatever you want to do with it. It is real cash back that you can use. All you have to do is find a location, go there, and use your card on file, and Upside will give you your cash back.
Top Upside earners are making as much as $300 a month. To find out how much you could earn, click the link in the description to download Upside and use code Becca to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. You can also scan the QR code here to claim this offer.
We are officially back in business. My furniture pieces did not get ruined from the rain, and in fact, they look incredible. I love them in this color. I love adding green to my greenhouse, you know? Feels good. Now I like the idea of putting it... Oh wait, hold on, I haven't shown you this. Well, I showed you at the store, but this is my new fountain planter. I have two of these little table things. I'm gonna root them down pretty good into the rocks. And then I've got my barrel fountain right there. I think that's going to be cute. It's not like exactly the most level situation, but I do feel like when there's water in it, it'll hold it down and it won't wobble. Okay, well, for some reason, all of my tips keep getting blown off with the force of the water. So I don't know like how to decrease the water pressure coming out of the fountain, and I don't know if I really want to even, but for some reason all of these tips are like not wanting to stay on. So we're just going to have this for now. I'm going to put my little koi in here. Very cute. And I am on the hunt for some pond plants for my miniature pond here. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I'm definitely going to try to find them locally, although I have not seen any at like Lowe's or Home Depot, and actually I also haven't seen them at my local garden centers. So if you have any suggestions on that, we do have a hydroponics store in town. I might go there, but other than that, I don't really know where to go. So please let me know where you suggest me going. I was just editing this video, and as I mentioned earlier, it's my first video filming with the new mic situation. For some reason, the audio was only coming out of one side, and these are just the troubleshooting things that I need to figure out as I use new equipment. So we are going to refilm the last part of the video that I made yesterday, And that was a little tour. Can you guys hear that? Anyway, and that is a little tour around the greenhouse cabinet. This is a big cabinet, if anything. Around the greenhouse, just to share kind of where things are right now and why I did certain things, because yeah, I just thought that it would be helpful to just run through everything. I also am going to have a formal Q&A video coming out. I'm going to shut the door because that cicada is really stealing the show. But okay, the number one question that people asked in my Q&A box was how much this all cost. And I'm totally fine with sharing how much it was, like, and all of that. I just need to figure out what it actually was because I built this over a couple of years. So I don't have the number off the top of my head. And because I was building it over a couple of years, I feel like I was able to put more money into it. I will definitely address that in the Q&A video, but I need to do some math. I need to look at my accounting software and just see how much money I put into this. Okay, so it's coming. The first thing that you see when you walk in is this view, which is so lovely. I love this so much. This is more of like functional storage. So I have a rake. These are the things that I mostly use in the garden, the rake and the shovel mainly. And I wanted this out here because the garden is actually just over there. You can see it kind of through the polycarbonate. And yeah, these are some of the tools that I use out there all the time. I also put my macrame out here because I didn't have anywhere to put it inside and it was just sitting in a closet, and I would rather have it displayed than sitting in a closet. This hat covers up my electrical box and I think it looks really cute right there. I also have hidden over here my temp stick, and this is the thermometer that I use. It's like a Wi-Fi connected thermometer, and it just tells me the humidity levels and the temperature of the greenhouse without me having to be in here. It's very helpful, especially when it tells me that I have it set up specifically so that it'll tell me if it's like extra hot or extra cold in here. This is a vintage watering can that I got at an estate sale. This was like one of the things that I absolutely wanted to have in here. I just think it's so cute. Love it so much. This is my Monstera Deliciosa, one of my first houseplants. It needs a lot of TLC, so I'm really glad that it's out here for that. But yeah, I would like to kind of start it over, do some propagation, and get it in possibly a smaller pot because there'll be a little bit less plant to support. It won't need as big of a root system. So that's to be determined, her makeover. And then as you saw, this is the seating area that I just repainted, and it looks really good with the fresh coat of paint. I love that it looks so refreshed. However, I kind of am missing the red color, but there is a lot of red tones in here as it is. So I think it's just kind of jarring to not see it in that red color when it was in the red color for so many years at our house. Of course, you saw the fountain yesterday. Still needs some work. I don't know why the tips are flying off, but something for me to figure out another time. For now, it's there, and that's great. I'm not gonna put any fish in it until I figure out all the situation and put some more rocks and just make it a nice environment, but I'm probably gonna put goldfish. Nothing too insane. Over here is my workstation. So as you can see, I've got some hand tools. I have all of my extra pottery. This was all just in my house, and it feels so good to have it out of my house. Seriously, it's so nice to just have it displayed so beautifully and also have the storage pressure not on the house. I brought out some plants, obviously. This is an Anthurium longissimens or something like that. We have a Philodendron Florida and then my Philodendron crassonervium, which has really cool leaves. And I'm super excited to see it grow. I have visions of it like going all the way up over here. We'll see what happens eventually. My dragon bone cactus is not going to live here forever, but it needed something to lean up against because it kept falling over and I really didn't want it to snap. This sink is from my kitchen before we remodeled part of it, and we got a new sink. So this was a perfect opportunity to reuse this sink. I didn't have to go buy one. I wanted to put a sink here all along, so I'm really happy that it worked out this way. I do plan on getting possibly a different fixture for it, or might just find something to like cap it. I don't know. I'm not planning on ever using this sink, like actually functioning as a sink. I thought about putting soil in it, but then I thought, well, I don't know if I want the soil to like get all dry. I kind of like when the soil is a little bit moist in the bags. So we'll see about that. But I did buy this water pump so that I can figure out a way to hook up a hose to my rain barrels. And this is the type of thing that I see people buy. And yeah, they do a little bit of rigging and it comes together. So that'll definitely be in a future project doing that. I wanted to add a little bit of decor color that was still functional. So I put up this little line and clipped some seeds to it. And I think it's really cute. A lot of these are actually empty, but some of them still have a couple of seeds in there. But I just thought it was cute and it added a nice pop of color and a little bit of art, obviously, because it's little pictures of plants. And then down here I have more plants. I just brought this out here. This Anthurium falcatum, I think it is. And then we have some ZZ that are going to Nicole. My ponytail palm, which needs some help. There's a Sansevieria back there, and then another an Epipremnum pinnatum variegata back there. This right here is a really beautiful vintage piece, actually from my grandma's house. She had this hanging in her yard for, I swear, decades. So much of my childhood, I remember seeing this on her porch. And she gave it to me a couple years ago, actually, when we moved out here. And I never had a place to put it. I always imagined having it in a greenhouse. And I'm so happy to finally have it hanging somewhere where I can enjoy it and just remember all of my fun childhood memories in my grandma's garden. I think it's so special. And I love having it in this corner. I think it's really pretty. And it takes up a lot of space because it is so big. So it's shells. It's not actually macrame. I love it. I think it's so cute. And it's very special to me. Over on this wall over here, I have the longest workbench in the world. It's 24 feet, okay? So the greenhouse, if you didn't know, is 24 by 12, which is very large. And I really like how this side is broken up. We have 3 distinct sections. You know, we have the workstation, then we have the chill section station, and then the kind of mudroom. And I don't really know how this side of things is going to shake up because it's just so much space. And somebody asked me if I planned on doing anything like putting in a little pottery section in here. And I think I do plan on doing that. I just need to figure out where would be the best spot for it. I was thinking maybe over in that corner over there, or maybe I was thinking about opening up like at the halfway point. This is the halfway point. You can see there's like a seam right here with the wood. Maybe I could open this up. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think and how you would do it if this was your space. But yeah, I just don't know exactly how to utilize this workbench because that is what it is. It's supposed to be for plants to like work on them. But because I'm not bringing in like thousands of annuals or hundreds of annuals a year, I don't really know what I'm going to use it for, you know, because Laura from Garden Answer has something like this, but it's like full of plants. So I guess I could do that. Like, obviously I can put plants on it, but I don't know. Tell me what you would do with it, please, because I'm feeling at a loss. I have this really big philodendron on here right now. I'm hoping that this is actually going to be a good spot for it because I don't know where else to put it if not. And I kind of like that it's so big and it has like a full space to just spread out. This plant, I feel like I was always like, oh, I love how big it is, but I just don't have room for it. And now it just feels like a normal size plant in this huge greenhouse. I also switched up the fan situation in here. So if you remember in the first iterations of putting up these fans, and it really made the roof feel so low. And one of the best parts of this greenhouse is just how high the ceilings are. And I wanted to have that feeling. I wanted to continue that feeling. So I moved them up more to the collar ties, and I also removed 2 of them. So having 4 was a little bit of overkill, I'll admit. My husband was telling me that from the beginning, but I was just like, no, we need airflow. And these fans are insane. Like, they seriously move some air. They are actually fans for like horse barns. So they're just crazy strong. So now I have 2 extra and I need to try to sell them to recoup some cost. But otherwise, that is the greenhouse. I don't have much else. Oh, wait, over here. Sorry, I'm almost done. This is kind of where I've been storing extra soil. And I did think about putting all of that over there and then putting a curtain. I have some fabric that I got from, where was it? An antique mall. And it's really cute, like garden fabric. It's kind of like yellowy. And I thought about putting it over here, but I just didn't know if it would be annoying to access everything if I had to constantly flip up a curtain. But I do feel like it would make it feel more homey in here. So let me know if you think that I should put a curtain right here to cover up all of this. It would cover up the plumbing too. But yeah, then I could put all of my extra soil and stuff over there so that it's not just here, like highly visible. Although it doesn't really bother me all that much. I mean, this is a greenhouse, it's like a functional space. But yeah, I have some extra pots, and like there's so many dead cicadas in here, so sorry if you don't like to see that, but they ended up coming in because I open the door a lot of the time, and I also have this propped open because I'm still trying to figure out the automatic opener. For some reason, the one that I bought is not working with it, even though I bought it from the same company that is from. Anyway, I'm still trying to figure it out. It's a sensor opener, so it like automatically opens at a certain temperature, but for some reason I cannot attach it. Anyway, this is my catch-all bucket. All these things need to go back into my garage or house somewhere. And then some more extra pots, and then these are all of the tags from the planters out there. And to keep the bugs out, I thought it would be good to get this like mesh screen thing, the magnet ones. But you guys, this, I got it from Home Depot. This is the worst quality screen I have ever used. It was so bad. The magnets were not strong at all. And it was bad. I was at a friend's house a couple weeks ago who had one of these, and it was so nice, and I really should ask them where they got theirs because it was certainly not this one. So I need to return this and get a different one because I really would like to have the door open a lot of the time, because the way that the exhaust fan works, it pulls air out. It pulls out the hot air, and in that it's pulling in cool air. So that's why you have to have an out and an in, which is why I have this. This is the in. But also, like, if I want it to cool down faster, I can also just like open the front door and it pulls in even more air. I would like to be able to have the door open a lot of the time because I just think that that would help keep it cool, especially in the summertime. In the wintertime, I would not do that unless it was like really hot in here. But in the summertime, it is nice to be able to open the door and not get bugs in here. So hopefully soon I can figure something out for that. So yeah, you guys, that is the greenhouse. And there is still much to do, but it's gonna be fun to like bring you along because now we're just doing little projects. I'm so happy that it's finally done. It feels so good to say that it's done and to really be done. You know, it feels so good. I love it in here. It has been such a wonderful addition to my life. It's so nice to just come out here in the evenings. My daughter goes to bed at like 7:30-ish. And it's still bright until like almost 9. So I have from like 7:30 until 9-ish to be out here and just enjoy it. And it's so nice. It is just so, so lovely. Most of this video was actually filmed in the evenings after she went to bed. And you can see how bright it is still. I just love that about Missouri, that it's bright for so long in the summer. But anyway, it would also be a wonderful oasis in the wintertime. I'm sure it'll stay pretty warm in here. With the heater that will eventually be hooked up. I still have not hooked that up eventually. But okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching the first iteration of Greenhouse Chores. And I look forward to seeing you in a new video very soon, including the greenhouse build Q&A, where I spill all the tea about the building process, regrets, cost, all of the above. So I will see you then. Make sure that you're subscribed if you're not already. And yeah, have a good day. Bye.